Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2,
So it's gonna, like,
get some good, some
from the
food
front.
in you. Step 3,
And I'm
think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4,
what I can.
everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
All right, what we need to do here is I got a lot of stuff I need to remove. So first off, this, I got to get rid of this. I'll probably donate to one of my friends, since I have a killer recovery system from Ian, the owner of Adventure X Outdoors. So I'll keep this off to, maybe I'll give this to my son. He has Ironman products, and the green sort of goes with his springs. And then I have an old winch rope that I had I carried just in case. But if you notice, I'm gonna have to get this trim work, which goes all the way around down. I'm gonna have to get that off. I'm gonna get my lights down. Of course, my little net right here, my attic net that holds some things. The grab handles have to come down on both sides. I have two, this is a third row seated vehicle, so I have grab handles back here. I have grab handles up there, so I actually have in total 8 grab handles that I have to get down. Also, there's lights I have to pull down, different trim work. You got the light here. These right here, if you can see them, are just little push pin things that I got to get down. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 of those will come around here. And then if you notice, there's grab handles right there I have to get down. The lights, those grab handles, that grab handle. I believe the front grab handle on the A pillar needs to come off. Of course, I have the sun visors, the controllers for the lights and the sunroof. That all has to come down. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. So it might just be a little bit of tedious work, but it's doable. I've done it before on other vehicles. So that's what I'm looking at, and I have to go ahead and get stuff out of the vehicle. So we'll go from there, okay? All right, so with the caps off, that's what they look like. And then I'll just get the proper screwdriver. See how it fits in there nice and snugly? It goes in there nice and deep. And then away you go. It doesn't slip or strip or anything. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll put these in a bag so I don't lose any of them. And it looks like I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 more to go with all the grab handles. Hey Crusaders, so it's another day, or I should say it's the next day, and now that I got the headliner down, as you can tell, I got the headliner down. The next step is to go ahead and remove it's going to be 10 nuts and bolts that are holding the linear rails or roof rails on the top of the truck. Now, if you notice behind me, I don't know if it's picking up on the camera or not, but it's getting pretty dark behind me. So it is only 9:30 in the morning, and the storm's already rolling in. So this is that low pressure that's coming in this 4th of July weekend. And they're saying we have anywhere from 60 to 80% chance of rain for the next 3 days. So this is going to be done in between the rain. And I do have some tarps, so once I get the roof rails off, I'm gonna have to tarp it and go from there. Because currently I don't have anybody at my house that can help me excuse me, lift the roof rack onto the top of the car. Okay, y'all, so I undid the 10mm nuts, all 5 of them, and now it's time to just lift up the roof rails, get them up out of the way, and that's it for that. So see, they're designed specific for it. Now let me get up there and show you what it looks like. All right, so that's what it looks like up there. So now let's see if I can use what came with the roof rack. Okay, so Daryl's luck holds true. So I took this roof rack off and I went to look at the brackets on the roof rack, the Tkmauto roof rack, and the bracket holes don't line up with the holes that I have in the roof. So what it looks like is I'm gonna have to weatherproof the factory holes, and then I'm going to have to drill 8 new holes on each side of my roof. So sucks for me, that's for sure. I don't really know of any other way to do it, but if I do the 8 holes, they come with like weatherproofing backing. I'm also going to silicone them, but at least that way I can still, if I do all 4 brackets on each side, that'll give me, I think, 550 pounds of max load on the roof rack. So I guess that's a win. So what I'm going to do now is I don't have help to put the roof rack on the car, so I'm just going to go through and weatherproof all the factory holes, and then as soon as someone shows up, like my son, I think gets off at 5:30ish today, so as soon as he gets home to help me, probably tomorrow morning, I will try and get that roof rack put on it. So that's where we're at. It sucks, but it is what it is. All right, so what I did, if you notice, I had some silicone, all-purpose, like indoor outdoor silicone. So I got some bolts and some nylock nuts and washers and siliconed them on the bottom, and then also up top, if you can see that. Okay, now with the air conditioning vents out of the way, you can see that I'm exposing the bolts that are holding down the roof rails, and that wire coming through, that's my chase lights and my solar wires. So I have one there, and then I don't know if you can see it. Let me get around closer and I'll show you the center bolt. Okay, so here is the center bolt right there, and that holds the center section. So there's only one bolt holding that roof rail on, so 2 back there. All right, good morning, happy 4th of July everybody here in the United States. Happy Independence Day. So it is 8:40 in the morning. It is overcast, and I gotta tell you, this air you can wear. It's probably about 1,000% humidity right now. It is so stifling hot and humid. It just, I guess you could say, it just sucks. All right, so the next step, we're fixing to, I'm waiting on my oldest son Jake. He's going to help me out. We're going to put the rack, pre-position the rack on the roof, and that way I can figure out where the bolt holes are going to be, so I can drill holes in the roof, get those all water sealed up, and get the rack on. So hopefully in the next, I don't know, hour and a half, I'll have this project done, as far as installing the rack on the roof. And then, you know, it shouldn't take me maybe 30 minutes to put the whole interior back together. So that's where we're at. Once again, happy 4th of July, everyone, here in the United States. All right, so that is dry fitted. So if you look from the sides, looks pretty doggone cool, right? At least in my opinion, it looks really cool. Now, we do have slight issues, which I can overcome. If you notice, that bracket, I'm gonna have to bend that bracket over a little bit to get in the channel. This one actually fits in pretty good right here. This one, we'll see right here, because I need the stuff to be in this weather channel right here. And this one up here, man, that's really screwed. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that one. So, I don't know if there's a way to, I guess I could just drill through this little channel. Instead of being in this channel, just drill through this little channel and then reinforce everything. So, I don't know, we'll see. I'll make it work. All right, y'all, so I've actually been at it almost 2 hours now, and I got everything marked where I'm gonna need to drill holes. So I've basically been doing a spacer area. So I upgraded from M6 to M8 bolts for the 2 front brackets on each side, and I'm using that hardware, so that's going to be a little more sturdy. There's not going to be a whole lot of weight on the front end of the truck because the tent falls back almost about a foot behind the front air fairing. So with the spacers I'm going to be using, and then it's going to be getting bolted through the roof of the truck, everything should be just fine. Now what I am going to do is stop here, because although it's beautiful, I have some 4th of July festivities to do, and I also want to get some Dicor roof sealant, and that's the stuff they use on like RVs and whatnot. So I want to get some of that. That way I really know that everything is sealed perfectly, so I don't have to worry about future leaks on my roof. So that's where I'm at. Stay tuned. We'll be done soon, hopefully. I tell you what though, I think it looks really good. Take a look. All right, so it's gonna look awesome from the front, and I'm planning on putting what I can put the gutter covers back on, but it's gonna sit nicely. That's basically the lines of it. I'm gonna take those handles off, so when I mount my 270 awning, it won't get in the way. And then I'm gonna have the tent hang back a little bit, so when the 270 is deployed, the tent might overhang the 270 a little bit, so rain can just come off the tent right down the awning. But I mean, look how awesome that looks. I'll be able to put my chase lights back on for the dusty roads. I may leave the handles on right there, but I think it's gonna look pretty awesome. Hate to have to drill holes in my truck, but I think the end product's gonna be worth it. All right, Crusaders, so the rack is on. If you notice, I did use different bolts up here. There is a spacing that maybe you can see there's a little bit of a gap, so I used some nuts to fill in the gap. But other than the 2 brackets in the front, everything else is the original hardware. So that's what it looks like. Come back around. One thing I did have to do, other than drilling 8 holes on each side, if you notice right here, I took a 2-inch hole saw so I could actually get to the bolts when they came through the roof. So that is something I had to do. But if you notice everything else, I used the Dicor to seal everything. And I'm gonna go back through and put another coat of Dicor, especially on the little seams like this. And just verify everything's waterproof, and just got to go do a few little adjustments, but I think it looks pretty good. These handles I will be taking off so I can put my 270 awning right there, and then I just have to adjust this size, see how it sticks up a little bit. I have to loosen these up, pull them down so this rests against the roof. That's pretty much the only thing I have to do is button that up. And then of course, as you can see, the headliner's still down, so I just gotta put the headliner and reattach everything. And then also the trim work right here, the gutter trim work, put that trim work back on. So that's where I'm at. That's what it looks like. Now, would I do it again where I put the 4 brackets? Not really. I would try and get things fabricated where I could use the 3 factory mounting areas, which I believe one's here, one's right here, and then one's right here. So there would be the 3 points instead of the 4 points. That would be the only thing different. All right, Crusaders, so I'm gonna finish up the video here. I will have it buttoned up before I finish the video, or I should say post the video. It's gonna look just like it did before I pulled the headliner down. As you notice, I think it looks pretty good. I'm glad I did it. And you know, it is what it is. It's strong, it's not going anywhere, trust me. Now, don't forget about the giveaway coming up once I hit 2,000 subscribers. So make sure you share this, make sure you subscribe, comment, so do all those things. So pardon my neighbors mowing the grass, but that's fine. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Make some comments. God bless, and I hope to see each and every one of you on your own adventure. Thanks, guys. Okay, y'all, I got the headliner put back in. Got all the air vents put in, all the handles. Got the visors put back in. All the wires tucked away the way they're supposed to be. So the next thing I need to do to this, I really need to do interior clean. I just have metal shavings everywhere. Everything's so dirty. It's just not how I want my truck to be. So metal shavings all there, metal shavings all up there. There's metal shavings back there. So, but that's what it looks like. There's no interference with the bolts coming down. The headliner's dirty, but everything's put together. All right, guys, I also wanted to share that I went ahead and put my Rough Country 270 awning on the side of the rack, so I'm excited about that. I did take those handles off so they didn't get in the way, and that's what they look like. They got brackets that came with. So the brackets that are holding the 270 tent did come with the roof rack, and they bolted right on to my 270 tent. So I just wanted to share that with you also. And I'll come around here, and it looks pretty good. So excited. Next step, get the rooftop tent put on.